Hey everybody, it's me, John Ward, and welcome back to another Dark Park Film Reviews. And today we are going to be reviewing a film. And it is this film actually right here. And this was sent to me by some friends of mine. They contacted me and said, "Hey, John, would you like to review our film?" And I said, "Of course, I would love to." These are friends of mine. I have helped them with crowdfunding off and on with some of their other movies. So I was excited, to get this when they asked. Now, who made this movie? Who are these friends? Well, let me see if I can get names correct here. So, first of all, we have Alexis Paunisa. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. We got Matthew Festel. We have Matt Leal. And Alexis and Matt, they both wrote and directed this. The other Matt did camera. He was the cameraman on this, like the director of photography. And it stars actually two people that I've interviewed. I've actually interviewed both of the Matts. They also go by the Matts. And I've interviewed both of them for a film called Hacked that I'm going to show you here in a second. So we're not going to just review the film. We're also going to look at the Blu-ray itself, tell you what's on the Blu-ray, and things like that. So I'm hoping to have actually all three of them, the two Matts and Alexis, on one filmmaker, one film, because that's where I interviewed both Matts before. But also, there's two actors, one in the background who doesn't say anything, and then one who's I would say she's the main actress. Yeah, I believe that she would be the main actress in this. And that is, and once again, I'm so sorry if I mess up your name. You guys know I'm dyslexic and I'm bad with names, so I try to write stuff down phonetically. So Naya La Jaway. And oh no, there's also um Alan Maxon is in this. He plays the alien. She plays the witch. And then there's Brooks Davis is in the background of some stuff. So I've also interviewed Naya and Brooks for the Ginger Dead Man. No, Ginger Weed Man. The Ginger Weed Man. And my God, so many names and titles. So yeah, there's a lot of people that I know on this. And then plus I saw Dustin Hubbard's name on this as like one of the producers. I even got a special thanks at the end, which is awesome. Thank you guys. And this is like chock filled with people. So with all that being said, you're probably going, "Oh, well, he's just going to give it a good review automatically because he knows people in it." No, I'm going to be very, fair, honest. I'm going to be objective about this. So, with that being said, let's get into, because I got my notes here. Okay, so if you guys follow me over on Indie Film Cafe, and Jonathan A. Moody also did a review of this film for the Blu-ray Hunter reviews. So check that out also. But over at Indie Film Cafe, I have a show that's once a month called Reviews After Midnight. And I have a list. There it is, that I go off of. I'm going to use this list for this movie. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, change some stuff around. But that's how I feel this would be reviewed best, is with this list. So it does ask here, what is the film's title? Well, ISLEEN Pines is the title of the film. Would you recommend or not recommend this movie? I would recommend it. I have enjoyed it's Three Keys Media, and I have enjoyed everything from them I watch. I know that sounds biased, but um, I don't speak highly of films I don't like. So that is one thing that I'm proud of. If I like a movie, I'll review it. If I don't like a movie, I would probably contact that person and say I didn't like it. Or I would tell them I'm going to be as honest as I can, and you may not like what I have to say. This, I do have good things to say. So, among this film here, which is Three Keys Media's newest film, they've done some other things too. And I want to quickly just show you guys what they've done because you can order these from them. Also, they're making movies nonstop, so you can help out with crowdfunding too. And some of these I did get through crowdfunding. Um, their first film that I got from them and is called Hacked. This is signed because I did it through crowdfunding, and I really like this movie. I called Matt up, and and he thought I was going to criticize the movie, and I told him I absolutely loved it. I love this film. I think it's really good. I actually own a couple of copies of it. I picked up Jason Thunder double feature. So all of these you can get through them. They also give them out there, for crowdfunding. Shadow Marsh is another one. That one I think I just bought. This one I got through their crowdfunding for Shadow March. So it's all signed. And then also a film called Composure, which is also signed. So I got that through crowdfunding too. I do try to help out with crowdfunding when I can. If I can't, I'll normally purchase the movie once it comes out to support that way. Okay, so now back to ISLEEN Pines. I do like the cover. I like how it looks like a comic book. Here's what the inside looks like. So, second question is, what did you expect from this film? I expected it to be good. I like their other movies. So, why would I expect anything less from this? I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it was fun. And it's 84 minutes, which is perfect. If you guys have followed me at all, I have criticized 3 hour movies and stuff like that, 2.5 hour movies. So if you can't get your movie made in like 90 minutes, especially an indie movie, there's a problem. So what type of film is it? It's a horror movie, but what's cool is that it's a Halloween horror movie with an alien. And that's the alien right there. And like I said, that's Alan Maxon, who I really like. He's a good guy. So he played one of the heads of King Ghidorah in Godzilla. And I got to interview him, and I hope I interview him again. Alien Planet, and of course, Christmas with Cookie. Who can forget Christmas with Cookie? So it's always good to see him in something because he is like a creature actor. So that was pretty cool. Uh, does it have a message? No, I don't think so. I don't think that there's any message in this. It's just entertaining. It's just it takes place on Halloween, and some people meet up for a Halloween party, and they're going to go to a Halloween contest. And there's like this little kind of pod creature that's found, and like kind of like a blood or like a goo goes into one of the guy's face, and he gets sick, and something really bad happens to him down there. And and then it just kind of takes off from there. So is there any meaning? Is there any deep meaning? Is there? No, I would say not. I would say that it's a film that you can watch at Halloween and be entertained by it and fun. There's no deep thought. It's just like a fun, entertaining movie. Um, so what happens in the film? Okay, so I pretty much said it there. Um, one of the guys that's going to this party finds this pod. It pops in his face. He gets sick at a party. Something bad happens down there. The three remaining people in the party don't know exactly what to do. So they try to get out of the house, but all of a sudden this alien pops up. And the alien is pretty cool looking. And Alexis does a lot of, if not all, I think there are a couple other people mentioned too, but the effects and the puppets and the alien costume and all that type of stuff. So she's very talented. I got to work with her and Matt on a couple of films, so I could see what they what they could do. So and then there's a big party going on where there's a costume contest, and there's really like 3 locations, and we're looking at Glenn Plummer. He's in one place, so you have this kind of like this little party of like 4 people that want to get to the big party for the costume party, and then you have Glenn Plummer who's in this house and that's also dealing with this alien and stuff that's kind of slamming around on the floor, and he gets attacked. And Glenn Plummer I've always found to be interesting because he does big budget, medium budget, and low budget. And so it's interesting to see him in bigger budget movies, and then he does something more independent, and he's always good in it. He always escalates the film. He brings it up that notch. So and then of course there's the chaos and stuff that happens at the like the Halloween costume contest and stuff. I don't want to give like the full plot away, because I want you guys to have something to watch it with. Does the plot make sense? For the most part, yes. I would have to say there are some little gaps where I kind of wondered things, like where did this little pod come from, or where did this alien come from? How did it get to Earth? Things like that. It's a short film. Like I said, it's 84 minutes. So these are things that aren't confusing, but it would have been nice maybe if something was thrown in there to say, oh yeah, this pod landed here, or the alien is coming down to find the pod, and type of thing. So otherwise it's very easy to follow. Is it easy enough to follow? Okay, I just answered that. Is it believable? Sure, why not? It's a Halloween movie. It's like a Halloween fantasy science fiction horror movie. So yeah, I would say so. Who are the main characters and what are they like? So, like on here, you have regular people, but they're dressed up as a witch, a vampire, and I swear that the guy who plays the vampire reminds me of Nick Offerman from Parks and Recreation. He looks like him, he sounds like him, and he even talks like him. And then you have another guy who is a ghost. That's Matt. And then you have a guy that's a zombie. And then you got the alien here. So, and they have kind of their own little costume contest. And one of them ends up having to drink this really disgusting stuff in like a glass. And they're the ones who are trying to get to the costume party. And then you got, of course, Glenn Plummer. He's at his house. There is something I wish that would have been explained, and maybe if I talk to like the two Matts and Alexis, is Glenn Plummer is always kind of working on this miniature of the town, like these little models, which doesn't seem to affect the plot. Like you're not seeing it act one and then act two, or in act three it's used. So I'm gonna have to ask them about that. The model is cool though. So I mean that's, there you go with that. Um and the characters are, uh for the most part, they're all likable. There is one guy who is definitely not meant to be likable. He is hosting the costume party and he's a clown. They even have outtakes from him. And I could not stand being in a room with him probably for more than 10 minutes. But I believe that's very intentional. So in real life, he's probably like a really nice and funny guy. But in the film, even some of the characters are like, oh God, get me out of here type of looks on their faces. Who are the actors playing these parts and are they good in them? I've already named a few of them, and yes, they are good. So there's I don't think at any point I went, oh God, this is really poorly acted. Why did they get that person? No, they're all good. I enjoyed all of them. What is the camera work like? So that would be the other Matt. So that would be Matt Leal. And so I'll add in camera work and editing. So there's nothing crazy. Like as far as the camera goes, there's nothing crazy as far as editing goes. It is very straightforward filming. So there's no weird Dutch angles. There's no shaky cam. It's very straightforward camera work. And the editing is not like boom, 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 boom. So it's the film itself is kind of a slow build that builds up to the costume party at the end. So it takes its time with the camera, it takes its time with the editing, and it just kind of slowly builds up to the end. So if you like slow burns, you'll really like this. If you're not a fan of slow burns, just keep going with it. You'll like it. So the special effects, what are they like? The special effects are really good. So that's Alexa's main thing is doing special effects, and all the blood and the creatures and all of that looked really good. It looked nice. It's like I would actually like to own that little pod thing. I would like to keep it on my shelf as like a little collector's item because it looked pretty cool. Let's see. Are there beautiful scenes? That kind of goes along with my camera work and editing comments. The one thing that I do like about Three Keys Media is that their films look good. They look professional. They sound good, and I am impressed with like the lighting. I'm impressed with how constant it is, that it doesn't just change from shot to shot. If somebody walks into a room and there's a green light on them, it doesn't change it from close up to medium shot and stuff. They have a good sense of continuity within it. And is the camera used in an interesting way? In this case, I would say something like Hacked, I think, stands out a little bit more to me. There's one scene that's shot like in an alleyway in the back of these houses that I brought up to Matt, that I really liked. This, I think, has good camera angles and stuff too, but it is very straightforward. It is very, like I was saying, nothing wrong with that at all. It's just how they chose to shoot the movie, and not all their movies have to be the same. So this just has a different look from, let's say, something else, but I still liked it. Did you enjoy the film? Yes, I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Um, what is its good and bad points? I think I've pretty much pointed a lot of that out. The bad points would only be I would have liked to maybe had a little bit more story. You know, where did the alien come from? Where did this pod come from? Uh, Things like that. I would have liked to have known a little bit more about. But you know, it's an indie film. It's low budget, so that might have not been in the budget. Um, what scene did you particularly not enjoy, and why was it bad? I don't think that there was anything in here that was particularly bad that I did not enjoy. Yeah, nothing stands out. Um, would you recommend this film, and to what sort of people? I would recommend it if you enjoy independent horror films, if you enjoy Halloween movies, if you like alien movies. Um, I would recommend this to people that like those type of films. You know, this is I thought that this was, you know, well written with its dialogue, and I would recommend it to people who kind of like independent horror sci-fi effects movies. I think they would get a kick out of it. And the last thing on here is, are there any other films you can compare this to? Um, that's that's difficult to say. I mean, pretty much anything that takes place on Halloween, and it could be an anthology or just like a feature length film. Um, Predator, like Predator on Halloween, maybe that kind of like a trick or treat with Predator in it. Yeah, yeah, okay, that works for me. So now, looking at the Blu-ray itself, it's got its, you know, its description here, and it says that the special features are storyboard cut, clown outtakes, premiere Q&A, 3KM trailers. I did not see those on here, Matt and you guys. I did not see those on here. Boys of the Hill music video and more. So what I have is, so the storyboard cut, it is 84 minutes. It's the length of the movie. What they did was they took the storyboards for the film, they fill up the entire screen, and then up in the corner, see if I can do it right. There you go. Yeah, up in the corner here is the movie playing. And so you can follow the storyboards along with the entire movie. So that's pretty cool. Um, and that, yeah, runs 84 minutes. You have auditions, and there's two of them. There's two auditions. That's 6 minutes. Clown outtakes are everything with the clown host, and that's 8 minutes. You get an 8-bit banjo music video that is 4 minutes, and I believe that's the song that's during the end credits. And then you get LA premiere behind the scenes, and that's 2 minutes. And that's everybody kind of like standing in front of the red carpet, you know, stuff like that. So you get that. The only thing I wish that this would have had, and I think that it is missing, I think all like uh independent, low budget, whatever you want to call them, films should have, is audio commentary. Because the filmmakers, you know, a lot of them are working regular jobs, kind of like myself, and other people that work regular jobs want to know how to make a movie. And so I think audio commentary is important as like a mini film school. So I would have liked to have seen or heard an audio commentary for this. I think that would have been interesting. So, but that's pretty much it. You know, do I recommend this? Yeah, reach out and see where you could pick up a copy. I'll leave a link or links down below to the interviews that I did with these folks. And I'm going to be doing more of them soon. And I think that's it. So please go check this out and support indie film. That's very important to do. You know, these movies won't get made unless you support them. There is a if you go onto like IMDb, there's a long list of people, and there's seeing one person here that do I think I know this person. No, I don't know this person. Okay. But in this list, there's always people that you're going to notice, and so like looking at the produced by, I think this is also where I saw there's Dustin Hubbard, and even Alan Maxon is listed as a producer. So is Alexis. Excuse me. And yeah, Matthew did the editing on this. Yeah, makeup department, there's a lot of people, but it looks like I think Alexis is probably the main person. Just want to give a shout out to some of the people that I know. Wow, a lot of people in the music department. This has a good soundtrack. They should release a soundtrack to it. It's got some good music on it. Let's give the thanks a quick look through here, then I'll let you guys go. So, yeah, I'm not really spotting anybody I know. Man, that's a lot of people in the thank yous. Might be skipping over somebody. Oh, there's me. Yay, me. Yeah. So, yeah, please support indie film. Please check this movie out. Support their other films. All right. I would appreciate it. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. Okay. Bye.